No, Brown's wing at turn 2, I think.
When
After
the Red
that,
Bull didn't have wings.
yeah, exactly right. Exactly right.
That I've sent the kids off to get beers on the way home.
So,
you know what they had to do before they left? Have you got your ID with you?
G'day everyone, welcome to the Drivers Only podcast, the Bathurst, straight from Bathurst, the Bathurst edition wrap-up. I'm here with the newly crowned champions, Matt Payne and Garth Tander. F you guys.
yeah, for you too, Dave.
Yeah. I hate you but love you at the same time, and with my esteemed teammate, Lethal Lee, who did a beautiful job. So welcome,
David.
boys.
And who are you? When you do an intro for these things. Hi, I'm David
everyone
Reynolds.
knows.
Everyone knows you can pick up.
No, I am David Reynolds from Tradie Energy Racing. So thank you, Garth.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
No worries. Let's
Looking forward to it. Get into it. Let's go.
Matt, how's it all going? How you boys feeling? Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of interviews.
There's a big list they give you at the start of the day.
Yeah.
How it's like,
What time
I'm
do we
not
get up?
people.
6:15.
We left the house at 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. We left the house.
Time to get home in the morning.
I was about 2:45 in a.m.
I was back at 1:30.
Yeah. I actually didn't feel that bad though.
You were
like
pretty
in the
good.
morning, I was okay.
I actually woke up early. I woke up before my alarm.
Yeah.
I did that
no,
too.
I don't think I
definitely
saw. I
didn't
think
do
I
that.
saw you guys. Well, like we were there 11:30 or something. Like the thing people don't really probably understand is we don't get to the pub till like midnight.
No.
But
Because
the race finished so late.
Yeah.
Well, we sat down. We had a team dinner.
Yeah.
We sat down at midnight.
Literally
every day.
8
Yeah.
at
Oh,
midnight.
Yeah. By the time the team got there, literally at like 11:55.
Yeah.
By the time the car goes through scrutineering and all the rest of it.
I saw a
What
Stretch
time-
and
what time
Pato
did-
walk in the holding the trophy,
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
gassed
Loved
ass.
it.
They loved it.
Stretch
Having a
would
good
have loved
day.
it.
Yeah.
They loved
He's
it.
beside
Yeah.
What time did it close? Like 2 or 3?
Oh,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Don't know. It was still going. It was
Yeah.
still
It was
going
still
when you-
going even at
Yeah,
like
right.
3:34, I reckon.
Yeah,
some
right.
some guys were leaving at like 4:30.
I know. Well, some of
didn't
our,
go till 6, 7.
Some of ours.
6,
No.
7.
Every year, every time you leave that pub at like, just don't start. We can talk about that in a bit. Every time you leave that pub, you forget how cold it gets.
Oh,
It's
man, it's
freezing. There is
freezing.
No
cabs.
cabs.
No cabs. There's no
cabs.
Uber.
No
Ubers.
One
You're
day,
just
I
standing
actually-
outside.
One day, I flagged down a cop car and begged him to take me home, and he did.
Hey, mate, one year when I won with Shane, the owner of the pub drove us
No
home.
way.
Yeah,
No way.
yeah,
Good.
it
That's
was
awesome.
That's pretty cool.
That's cool, as.
yeah. No, it's been really good. Had a lot of
How many messages did you have to your phone? Do you know the number? So
I
when
don't
you
know
open
that.
your
I don't
phone-
know the number, but it would have been. I probably replied to over 150.
Really?
people,
Yeah.
I reckon.
I'd like just on 200, but the year I
Yeah.
won, I had like 530 or something. I didn't
so
realize I knew
many.
that many people.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, and it's
crazy,
all
eh?
people. It's a lot of people I haven't spoke to for a long time, you
Yeah.
know. And then and you forget how many people watch Bathurst. Like
Yeah.
literally, so many like people from
5.6
school.
million people.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
the
literally.
ratings,
I think a lot
the
more
ratings
people-
are coming
yeah.
through, and there was
Yeah,
a lot
correct.
of people that
Yeah.
watched it.
Yeah, it was good.
I haven't even replied to my MySpace messages yet.
Do you remember your login credentials?
No, I actually
Lee.holdsworth@hotmail.
it was Buddha515 at hotmail.com.
So obviously, Matt, you're a bit younger than us.
Yes.
What's your order of operation for like replying to messages? Do you go like to your
yeah.
phone, then Facebook, Instagram?
Yeah, so what happened, it went, so basically that night I replied to everyone on Snapchat because I use it a lot. So
Yeah.
that
I
just
don't even
felt,
have it.
What are they? Are they messages? Are they
yeah,
snaps,
they
or
would
what
just
are they
chat.
called?
They would just
Chats.
chat,
Okay.
Snapchats. But yeah, because I was using it, I was like, I might as well get them all done. And then it went, Snapchat, messages, and then Messenger. So
Okay.
Messenger.
that's
So
basically
messages
it.
to your phone is second.
And text
Well,
messages, you haven't even
behind
got to them?
Text message, that was second. That was
Yeah.
second, yeah. So I
Mine
had a
was
few of those.
telegrams, faxes, letters,
Pigeon carrier.
carrier pigeons.
Messages in a
Then
bottle.
got on to messages.
And then messages in a bottle, yeah.
No, ours are different. Yeah, ours it would be like our
Yeah,
phone.
it was messages.
messages,
Yeah.
and probably Instagram messages.
Oh,
then
I haven't
Facebook.
got back to any.
Hey, just pausing proceedings. This is the great
Hey, Mark
Podcast
Howard.
guru Mark
There he
Howard
is.
out there.
Oh, he's giving you the
He's
6.
coming in. We're
Giving
recording.
you the 6-7.
He's coming in.
Oh. Hey,
Podcast,
mate.
quick.
We're
Howard,
live.
We're doing a podcast.
Congratulations.
Podcast royalty.
Congratulations.
Mark Howard.
Hey, mate.
Hello, mate. Good to see you.
Good to see
Hey,
you,
mate.
mate.
How are ya?
Jump on.
I just got it like 6 times. Like I'm just getting there.
Ah, he's got it on his head.
Get off your knees, Howie. We're recording this.
Pass soon. Who was it next?
Larry.
Lowndes and Richo. I'm
Jim
7.
Richards, yeah.
And then
He's...
Brock.
And then Brock.
Oh, well done, mate.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
brother.
Well
Thanks,
done. I'll get
brother.
out of
Yeah,
the podcast.
Thanks,
All right,
bro.
mate.
Congrats.
The legend
you.
himself.
That,
Wow.
you know, the kids, they talk about, like,
6
what's going
timer.
on. There's some clip farming right there. Hey, there's some clip
He
farming.
gained a bit of aura then.
Yeah,
didn't
we
he?
got a bit of aura.
Far out. Speaking of clip farming, what do you think of Chaz's beer?
Oh, man.
That's
I
like
thought
I saw
was
that
mad.
more than the actual race on Instagram.
I saw that.
was
I thought that was
everywhere.
mad.
Standing ovation for Chaz Mostert drinking a beer at Bathurst.
He messaged
so good.
yesterday. He said, "Well done." I said, "Mate, that was awesome what you did." I said, "It's funny how like big coincidence that you stopped outside Robbo's." He said, "I would have skull dragged the thing back to there just to pull up there so he could have a beer."
Mate, he could have rolled it back to pit lane. He just wanted to stop there.
What a legend. That was all time.
that's an
so
iconic.
good.
That's an iconic moment. Really,
100%.
that'll be played for a long time.
Exactly like, remember when Kimmy crashed his Ferrari?
Yeah,
and just went,
at Monaco.
was it his
yeah.
Ferrari?
McLaren.
McLaren, yeah,
At
went straight
Monaco.
onto the boat and
Yeah.
just started drinking.
So
That was
cool.
that still gets
Yeah.
played today, and that happened 15
I'm
odd
just
years
so
ago,
glad the cameras like obviously picked that up
Yeah,
and
so
he
good.
was doing the whole thing with it. It was cool.
One of those Bathurst things that will last
Yeah,
forever.
there's,
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? Probably wouldn't have the same effect at Queensland Raceway.
No,
No.
It'd be cool, but not as. It's not bad
No.
as cool.
no.
Not
So,
exactly.
Yeah, that's cool. That'll go viral in today's modern world.
But it's already gone viral. I
It
watched
had
it
a lot
so
of
many
views.
times.
It had a lot of views. I'm not sure
Good
about
on
it.
him.
Had heaps.
And what a person to do it and pull it off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a very Chaz thing to do.
Exactly.
He'll end up with that brand of beer on his helmet at the next race.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
What do
he
you
didn't
think of
have
the
it.
weather?
Yeah,
Worse.
that was-
I've never
that was
feared
tricky.
for my life more than I did in that
Really?
race. I don't know whether because my tyre pressures were low or...
Were you like? Was it?
Yeah, well,
maybe
you were
the-
really strong at the end when it had stopped raining.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe
Maybe
it
it
was
was-
wet, but
And-
it stopped raining.
But before then, when it was fully wet, I was like ready to pack it in. I didn't want to be out there. It was that bad. It was
right.
Maybe there was
We,
more
we
spray
weren't. We weren't
for
good
you.
as well.
Yeah, the more the spray
Yeah.
was, the worse it is
Yeah,
for me.
yeah.
'cause
At,
there's
at
more
that
standing
point,
water.
I think we were in fourth, and we dropped to eighth because when it
I sprayed
when
it
it
at the
pissed
start.
down. Well, yeah, you locked up last corner, but when it pissed down rain and you were dropping back, I'm like, oh, we're
Feels
not
bad.
good here. But then I knew that we were quite low in pressures, and when I saw
How low?
I was looking at. I
don't even know
lower
myself.
than yours, I
Make a-
reckon.
Make a note.
It's clearly low.
But when and I'm looking at the radar and I see the clouds starting to disperse a bit, and I'm thinking we could be on here. Like there's still 20 laps to go, and then all of a sudden she
Bang.
Lit
just
up.
turned
It only
on
took
and away we
150
went.
laps for my car to come on.
Yeah,
It takes a long time to warm up at
Takes a
Bathurst.
long time to get
But
going.
that was a thing. Like I was talking to James Golding in the press conference afterwards about tyre pressures and the tyres coming and going.
Yeah.
And like on the old hard wet, we used to pump them up to 500 pound and
Yeah.
try and get some temperature in them because they were so hard. Whereas on this new wet, which we haven't done a lot of running with, I don't reckon anyone got the pressures 100% right for the entirety of a stint.
Impossible.
You're either really good when it was raining,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or you were really
Yeah.
good when it was not raining and the track it went dull. It wasn't shiny. So when it
Yeah.
was shiny, you had them pumped up.
there was
Yeah.
a small window, wasn't
The
there,
pr-
for the conditions? Like
Yeah.
a really small.
Well,
like
the Blanchard cars, they were electric when
Yeah.
the track was shiny. So they obviously had their tyre pumped right up. But our car was certainly better when the track was dull.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but everyone had that. Golding looked
and Murray
really
was
good.
super
Yeah.
quick when it was
Yeah.
When it
pissing
was
down.
wet.
Yeah.
So they had
Yeah.
him pumped right up.
Yeah.
And then he was starting to make mistakes and you could see it moving around in those last
Yeah.
10 laps. So
Yeah.
that was, I mean, it was much an engineer's game getting that right for the right conditions
Yeah.
as it was for you
But
guys
how
managing it.
do the engineers know?
No, you don't.
You don't.
You don't.
You just go
guess-
like,
you're just guessing.
You just-
You're just
yeah, flick a
predicting.
coin.
That's why
And you
like,
would have
the top-
hated our engineer.
Mate,
at
I
that
was
point.
like cursing him. I was cursing
Cannot
poor Krusty.
curse-
Then
you
it all
cannot
come on.
curse Krusty.
No, he's a
Man,
god.
he's been
an
to
absolute
Bathurst
god.
more than all of us put together.
I know. He's an absolute legend. But like
is.
during that, when it was wet, I was like, I was
It was-
hating
it was-
everything at that
it
time.
was
I was not. It was
dangerous,
bad. It was
wasn't
really
it?
bad.
It
You're
was
doing
scary.
285 k's and you can't see
Yeah, I know.
in the front, sides, or back. So
I actually-
if I
I-
started spinning, I would have no
Yeah,
idea
yeah.
Which way was up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't know. If I started rolling, yep, I wouldn't know. Couldn't tell.
It was actually at that point where I think we must have got the safety car for maybe that wing at the elbow.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
oh no,
The
Brown's
Pizza Hut
debris.
car at the Pizza Hut.
No,
elbow.
Brown's wing at turn 2, I think. There's a safety car for that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
When
after
the Red Bull
that,
didn't have wings.
yeah, exactly right, exactly right. Good one, Lee.
Holdsworth. Oh, he's got it.
Yeah.
And then that was when it was raining the most, I feel like. And I'm sitting there behind the safety car, I'm thinking, man, I was expecting them to go, okay, let's pull in the pit lane and let's just, wait half an hour or whatever.
You were
But
talking yourself out of it at that stage.
I was
And so
almost
we were
like,
hard on the radio, talking him back into it.
I
again.
was almost like,
I was-
this is really quite bad out here. You
I
know?
was bitching on the radio too,
Yeah.
and then literally 1 second later, Krusty goes, "Okay, safety car lights out this lap."
Yeah, I know. And I'm like, okay, we're gone.
Yeah.
This is going to be tricky and
We're gonna
sketchy. Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
Like,
There was a bit of aquaplaning after that restart.
it was really bad,
And it was
really
sketchy.
bad.
Yeah.
And it takes ages for the track to sort of
More
get
rivers.
it was
Yeah.
shocking,
Yeah.
absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Who would have thought you build a racetrack on the side of a mountain when it rains,
I
the
know.
water runs off?
Yeah,
and you
I
get
know.
rivers?
But then at the end of the race, we had that massive cloud that come in and
Yeah.
took the vision
Yeah.
away from all of Skyline
I
all the way
know.
down to the bottom.
and it was literally, you could see it getting worse
Yeah.
every lap.
It came,
Yeah,
it
it got
came all of
worse
a
and
sudden
worse.
though.
Yeah.
Like, watching the telly, and then the next lap, all of a sudden it's
There was
just
this
like a
cloud
sheet
there.
of
Yeah.
white cloud over
Yeah.
there. And I at that point I'm like, it's bucketing down up over the top, and then
Yeah,
realised that
yeah.
it was all just fog or
Yeah, it
cloud.
was and there was
But
the
on
track.
TV, it didn't look
No.
that bad.
It never-
It always
No,
does.
TV always-
it
always
looks
makes it
10
lighter.
times,
Yeah.
10 times worse than it does on TV.
How far
Yeah.
did you turn the lights down on your dash?
I turned it down when
man.
I first got in, and Lee.
I was on
was, like, super bright.
I was
I
on
turned it all
like
the way down, yeah.
3 or 2.
Yeah.
I was that dim. It was so dark in the car when I
So
got
dark,
in there.
eh?
Yeah.
You couldn't see corner to corner.
No, but like just on that fog, I literally would come out of McPhillamy and you couldn't even see that sign above
No.
Skyline, and then you'd
Far
press
out.
the hill and you couldn't even see the wall,
Yeah.
the corner before the dipper and
In my brain, I was like, has it rained a lot more? Like, you
Oh,
couldn't
yeah.
actually see what's
Yeah,
going
that's
on, so I
hard.
had no idea.
yeah, you
how
didn't
hard to
really
go.
know. You could see a lot of the steam above the track surface as well.
Yeah,
so it was
that-
obviously sort of trying to dry, it looked like, but yeah, it was
And they make it
scary.
easy when they paint the apex wall at the dipper black.
yeah.
exactly.
It's really, really hard to see.
yeah,
and-
yeah.
And the
Cone on
most
top.
critical apex of the track is black.
But they put the cone on top that you never see unless you walk.
No,
Unless you're
no,
not
no,
looking
you-
up there.
Yeah, you're exactly. Yeah,
You're trying to
Yeah.
look into the corner.
Maddie, talk us through that last stint. You had that run down Conrod,
Yeah.
and you hung around the
Yeah.
outside into the chase.
Yeah.
I thought that's great. I love to see that. And then, but I thought far out. I don't know how this is going to end up. You dropped a wheel on the exit there,
Yeah.
and I thought it was all over for you. But,
No, I
man, that
was-
was a
I was
great
praying it was
save.
all over for you.
yeah.
Thank you for your
Of course
support,
you were.
Dave.
Of course you were. Yeah, I got a good run into the elbow, and I thought I'll stick my nose in, and I knew that I just had to get next to him. And
He was
just
running a
get to
wide
his
line,
wheel.
wasn't he?
He was
Yeah.
running
The
a
elbow,
wide
yeah.
line, and actually looking back, he was running first, which gave him good
He
drive
was
out.
first at cutting,
Yeah.
the dipper, and Forest Elbow.
Yeah, so he was getting a good run out,
Yeah.
and I just knew I needed to get to his wheel.
Yeah.
Got there, down the straight. I'm like, car's moving around a lot because the side draft's buffeting you and everything. And then I thought, why not get another chance to get the lead here? So I'm just gonna hang here, and I knew it was gonna be sketchy.
Stop. I'm just going to hang here.
Yeah.
It's raining. It's 300k an hour, and it's the fastest corner in Australia.
I probably
and I'm
said-
going to be on the outside when we get there.
I probably didn't say I'm just gonna hang here. I
Yeah,
thought
good.
I'm gonna stay in it,
Perfect.
like that. And
It's win or
then,
bin. Win or bin. At
Literally,
that point, wasn't
it was like that, and I got in there, and I don't know. Looking back at it, it felt way more wild when I was in the car. I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying to get down the gears, and I actually thought, like, for maybe 0.1 of a second, I was going to pull it up, and just lock the left front, and then once you're locked, you can't turn. So I was a bit gutted about that, but I was glad I stayed there. It was cool.
Oh man, that was mega. I was so proud that you had that.
Yeah.
You had that car.
It was good.
I mean, the reaction after that's just fast twitch race car driving
Yeah,
stuff. But there's
yeah.
the commitment going down Conrod that
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
that was a cool
Right
moment.
or
but-
wrong,
Yeah.
I'm going to do
doing
it.
Yeah.
What
proud
about
as.
when you were sitting behind Golding? Him and Murray had a go
Yeah.
at each other.
Yeah, that was. I
Was that
could
up to turn 2?
Up to
Yeah,
turn two.
I could see that coming. Like
Yep.
I saw like Cooper was starting to struggle. Like Garth mentioned, it was moving around a lot for him. And then James got a good run out, and he'd sort of been looking a couple of laps before, and I knew he was strong into turn 2 as well. So, yeah, he put it up the inside. It looked very marginal when I was sitting there watching it happening. I'm like, oh, this is going to get nasty. And I could just see the line James's car was on. It was just not, he was not getting it stopped enough. And he, belted the side of Cooper. And when you actually watch the replay, James ends up very wide. So he was never really going to make the corner.
Yeah.
So
It was tricky there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because the fast line was actually sort of mid-track.
Yeah.
And it was less grip on the inside where Golding ended up being to have to make that move.
But there was also that sealant mid-track.
yeah,
and
mid-track.
if you grab that, you're like,
you're
you'd
gone.
push or the rear would go.
Yeah.
Similar to the cutting, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so from that point on, when you knew that Golding got the 5-second penalty,
Yeah.
what were you thinking? Because it's hard. Like Golding was obviously, he wanted to be in front because he had to pull a 5-second
He wanted
gap.
to go. Yeah.
So, and he knew that he also had to do that to even stay on the podium, to try and get in front and pull a gap. But for you, man, that must have been hard because you're like, I want to be the one to cross the first.
Oh,
over the finish line.
I really wanted to be, like, I really tried to stay out in front, but he was getting so racy, and it was looking like I was going to be Cooper Murray in that situation, and he was going to do the same thing. So I sort of thought, and to
Did
be
you have
fair,
the team telling you that he had 5 seconds?
yeah, I
like,
knew
let
it.
him go?
Yeah, I knew it. So yeah, they actually
It looked like you were actually racing him from my
Well, I
perspective. It
know,
looked like
I
you
know.
actually didn't want to
I
give him the
didn't.
spot
I
back.
didn't really mean to. He was just, trying to get on with it.
And then he made a
Which-
mistake at 2, which held
Yeah,
him up
I
a bit
know.
more,
And
that's
then
what
I'm
I
like,
was
that's right, yeah.
come on, man!
Get
Like,
on
you
with
just
it.
got the lead. Like, just go.
Going to do
You know?
it properly.
I think
I
they just
know.
told you. I think they said over the radio to you, the race is with Reynolds here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's what they said. So I saw him, and I saw he was close already, like behind Golding when he was behind me.
Man,
So
I could barely see you blokes when I started.
yeah, I
racing.
know,
Like, I caught
literally.
you so quickly.
we slowed up a lot, and it was partially battling with Cooper and
Yeah.
all of that
Well, he-
going on.
Yeah, he had his pressures high, so he was like in the front of the train holding everyone up. And
Yeah, and you were sort of gradually building up, and then you got more confidence going a bit faster.
then the
and-
last 3 or 4 laps started to rain a bit more, which took all the sting out of my car.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like
I think
shouting at the steering wheel. It started around. No.
I think
Yeah.
one thing that's come out of post the race with Golding crossing the line first and us as the winners because of his penalty, everyone's like, oh, well, Golding was
Drive-through.
robbed. And in reality, no, I don't think it wasn't a drive-through penalty.
No, it wasn't
yeah.
bad enough for
It
that.
warranted the penalty, but it wasn't a drive-through. I think the penalty was the right penalty.
Yeah.
But people don't understand that in that moment, it was risk mitigation for Matt for the race with you.
Yeah.
If you were racing Golding, there's no way that Golding
No,
was
no,
getting to
no.
the front of the
True.
field.
If,
So
if,
they
he,
would've-
if he,
so people are saying, oh,
Yeah.
well, you only won it because Golding got the penalty.
Correct.
Golding only got
You're
in front.
defending a lot harder.
Golding only got
Yeah.
in front because he let him be in
Yeah,
front.
He had the
yeah.
penalty before he passed.
Well, that's
it.
what I mean.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't
right.
matter.
I was trying not to race him because I knew he was fast.
He was always going to bomb
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
And
You
He
you
was
didn't need
always
to
going
race
to
that
do
car.
it.
You didn't
Yeah.
want to get
don't-
taken out.
You don't
Yeah.
need
No,
so
no.
in that moment, people need to understand that it's risk mitigation for the
Yeah.
race to Reynolds and,
Yeah,
and you
100%.
guys, not
Yeah.
Golding. Golding's not our race anymore.
Yeah, which is
No.
why he nearly put us in the fence, or he tried
Yeah, I
to
was
put us
just
in the
about to
fence.
say. Then
out
I
of the
tried to
cutting.
pass you
Yeah.
around the outside of the cutting, and I didn't see you. I didn't see you. And then all of a
Mate,
sudden,
I
just
didn't see
turned
you.
more right.
I didn't
then
see
the
you.
corner's going left.
I
and
just
then
opened the
almost
wheel
put
up.
me in the
It's got a bit
fence.
understeer.
I just got a bit of understeer and just opened the
You
wheel.
don't have
So you
understeer.
you remember when you were teammates with him and I was
Yeah.
doing all the driver coaching and all
You
the
taught
stuff
him
and
how
the
to be a
racecraft
wanker.
stuff? He's finally listening.
Yeah, that's done it.
That is definitely a bit of
Mate, I would have done this. It's
Tander
100% a
coaching,
Tander
man.
thing, but I would have done the same thing. So
There you go.
I'm
Exactly.
not.
Exactly
right.
I'm not.
Exactly. So you shouldn't feel bad.
No,
I don't feel bad.
I only feel bad if I sort of ruined my next chance. I could have maybe just held on to you down to Conrod Straight and then had a
Yeah, I
valid
thought
crack
you were
going to
be.
else,
I
know
thought
what
you were
mean?
going to be closer coming out of the elbow.
Yeah,
I thought you were
No,
going
you
to
had
be
to
you
go
crashed
run.
into me. Oh, I
Oh,
couldn't.
come on, mate. That was
Oh,
3
that was
Ks
like
earlier.
3Ks earlier.
I was gathering my life up.
So was I. I was trying not to throw it away.
There were some wicked moments through, like the whole race.
the
is
whole
like
race,
7.
yeah.
Like how long was it? It was like 7 hours something.
Yeah.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like a 7-hour highlights
Epic
reel.
cinema.
Man.
Just the whole
Cinema.
thing.
when the co-drivers were in
so
the
glad I
car
ran.
and Brody and Cam happened to be in the cars, you guys were driving. They had an epic battle, like up
Yeah.
the hill.
I was right behind
side
them.
by side. Yeah, you were there. You were there. Yeah, you were in on it.
Well, I went for the inside
I
on
saw
Brody
that.
into
That's
the
right.
into the cutting, and
Yeah.
then so he then decided to go around the outside.
Yeah.
And he just found grip on the outside.
And
of
he
the
actually
cutting
got
edge.
a run.
At that stage, there was
Yeah.
grip there.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And got this mega run coming out.
And that battle was-
Obviously,
that was
Reynolds
cool.
Reynolds saw that and went, I'll try that
it
later
shit?
in the race.
That was on slicks though. Wasn't
Yeah, we were
it?
still on
Yeah,
flicks.
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
the
Man,
that was the battle.
Was that sketchy?
was
Because
insane.
I was cars back at that stage, but I could you lot were coming back to us. So
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
like,
those-
I need to get there. I need
Yeah,
to get
yeah,
there
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So-
We're all off the throttle, like trying to avoid the crashes,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
between
yeah,
Brody
yeah.
and Cam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I had Lowndes behind me. I'm like, or Jada or someone, and I'm like just chasing him across the track,
Yeah,
just going,
yeah,
mate,
yeah.
I'm getting held up here too. I'm not letting you through.
Yeah, take a number, mate. Just pick a number. Wait for your turn.
Yeah, literally.
Oh man, but like every part of that race was
Yeah.
just insane.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I was talking to Tony D'Alberto on Tuesday morning afterwards, and even in the dry part at the start of the race, we're like, what was going on? Like, it was like everyone had drunk red cordial at the start of the race. It was just feral. It was like, guys,
It was on straight
it's
away.
going to rain later. Just
Yeah.
settle
Yeah,
down
yeah,
until
yeah.
then, and then we'll start
Yeah.
worrying about it.
Well, you
My
had
first
that,
stint, I was racing you and Golding. My very
That's
first stint
right.
on dry
That's
tyres.
right.
there you go.
I remember
I went
that.
out like too hard.
You
cooked my
you went
tyres
up
and
the
started
inside of
sailing
me at the
back.
chase.
I did,
That
yeah.
I got so loose when that happened.
Did you?
Because all the ear was pushing me, and I was like hanging on to
know.
it, and I'm like, oh my god.
I should have pushed you off, and then, you know.
there was a
should.
moment there, Garth, when we were all in that big fighting pack. I think Harry Jones and someone had a tussle last corner, and it ended up like 3 cars wide down the front straight.
Oh,
and then
yes.
you with
That was
Lowndes, and then
Lowndes,
like
yeah.
I
And
think
D-Russ.
D-Russ was on the inside. You didn't realise
No,
Lowndes.
so D-Russ was in front. I was
sorry.
getting a run on
Yeah.
D-Russ. He was squeezing me to the wall. So I'm hard watching D-Russ like,
Yeah.
okay, keep squeezing me, but we're running out of room soon. And then I didn't realise that Lowndes was into my
Yeah.
rear.
Yeah.
And so I end up sideways, and then Lowndesy got out of it.
Yeah.
Which,
He's a
you
good
know,
bloke.
yeah, he was.
He's a good bloke for that.
For that, absolutely. But then I'm like, well, I'm past D-Russ here. I've got to go
Yeah.
through. So I ended up outbreaking him. But yeah.
And
the
then
thing
into
was-
turn 2 though, you hit D-Russ though or something.
No.
You got to run out of 2. D-Russ or one of those Premier cars got loose, and you had to back out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was earlier.
Yeah, that
wasn't
was
it?
earlier than that. That was it. 'Cause
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
me.
Right.
That's when you
Yeah,
got me.
That's when I
yeah.
got you and
Yeah, it
Lowndes.
was that Camaro.
That was the
that
first
Camaro
thing.
power up the hill. Couldn't do anything about it.
That was that first.
I was surprised you got loose actually because you
Yeah.
had so much downforce.
It's just because it won't pull off the corner.
Oh,
let's
that's
not
so
go there.
good.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah,
funny. So topical. Well done, boys.
What's next on the page?
Well, like obviously I haven't watched the whole race, but who had like good crashes? Can you like
crashes.
Oh,
You know, there would have been a few
I
cars
actually
stuck
thought,
in the
I
fence
thought
at some
Brown's crash where he slid right under the tyres, ripped the bonnet straight off. I
That
thought
was
that was pretty
impressive,
funny.
right?
Drove it back.
Yeah.
Where was that? That was Forest Elbow.
And
That
then
would have been
I
one
don't know.
hell of
I
a
was
scene,
in the race.
seeing the barrier just completely over.
but then the bonnet was
yeah,
like
it's
stuck
sitting
on the
here.
side of the
yeah,
like over
He
his
couldn't
driver's
see.
door.
He couldn't
That
see.
same thing happened with Chassis's car when he crashed it in practice on Thursday. Remember the bonnet actually flew up.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
Coming into pit lane.
Yeah.
Back in the
That
old
was
days,
pretty
if you
funny.
had glass windows, it just smashes your
Yeah,
screen.
you just
Yes.
covered in
Yeah,
But
glass.
these days it doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
First
It's so
time.
different.
There was some Anton had a little moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was
coming
down
down.
in
Stanaway, Stanaway passed
Stanaway.
me in the wet like a madman possessed, and then two
And
laps
then,
later
yeah, he
was
was
stuck up
in.
against the fence.
On the
Yeah.
way on the way to a crash.
Yeah.
He did a
was,
me.
literally.
He did a me from last year.
Yeah.
put it
Oh,
in
no,
the
he
same
did a much
spot.
better job than you.
Well,
Jackson,
yeah.
Jackson Evans had a good one.
He said he crashed
Great.
like that.
I don't know.
He said
But
he crashed at the grate. That would have
He
been a
did.
huge one.
No, he went in backwards,
Turned
and
it
hit
into
the
a-
wall, and then carried on.
And
No
drove-
way.
Did like
Yeah,
a
this turned it into a hatchback.
yeah,
Shit.
literally.
I've
Chevrolet,
I haven't seen
Chevrolet
that.
Barina. But it got,
It was. I saw it.
yeah,
That was a-
I mean, it was a wild race. It
was an awesome race.
I mean,
Can't ask for a better
we've
one.
done a lot of media in the
Yeah.
couple of days post, and all the chat from the radio guys and all the rest of it was, man, that was a crazy race.
Fun
and
to
it,
watch.
And it was.
Yeah.
So, and people
Yeah.
are saying like 2014,
Yeah.
that one, it's in the top 3 most crazy epic races.
Did you ever think you had a chance, like qualifying 18th,
18.
18th or 20th or something? Like both cars had no pace in
yeah,
qualifying,
no,
and
You
then
never say never, do you?
Especially with the weather. Like, we knew the weather was coming.
Yeah.
So that always gives you a bit of, there's going to be some action, but not probably expecting that there was going to be as much action as there was.
if
But
it stayed dry, do you think you could have won?
I didn't think our car was that bit slow. Like I thought we were quite quick in the dry, actually.
I think top 5 was probably
Yeah,
a realistic
we
goal
were
going into
on
a full
that.
dry race.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, if it all sort of goes wet and goes crazy, then you're in a chance.
Yeah,
You're absolutely in a chance.
Yeah,
for a podium.
anyone
is.
was in
Anyone.
a chance.
And like even those last 40 laps, let's make it even tighter than that. Probably the last 20 laps. Any one of those you 4 guys that were
Yeah.
battling could have won that race,
Yeah.
and
100%.
absolutely had the opportunity to win it, and probably deserved to win it at various points.
Yeah,
because
100%.
you were super strong at the end. Murray led for a lot. Golding was fast. We led.
Yeah.
So at any point in those last 15, if you got 4 cars that deserve to win the race,
Cool race.
clearly
It's going to be
really
good.
It's really
Yeah.
cool
But you
race.
look at qualifying and you go top 10 was
Yeah.
separated by 2/10 of a second.
Yeah,
Top
yeah.
6 by like
So
800
under
or something.
under a tenth. Yeah,
The
yeah.
mark-
I mean,
margins.
you know, and then to miss out, like you guys, like we both missed out on the shootout,
Yeah.
but it was by like a bee's.
Nothing.
You know what? Like it was,
dick?
and yeah, dick. I knew you would say it. I just thought
Don't
I'd
be
wait for
scared
you
of
to say it
words.
first. But yeah, so I mean, you know, you look at the practice times, and you know, it was all mixed
Yeah.
up in practice. Then
You didn't really
qualifying,
know.
you know, anyone could have gotten the top 10 out of the top 20. So it was anyone's race. It was a strategy race. It was a race. You know, it was the weather that made that race. It was incredible.
I think it was the race that I certainly went into it like we're 18th. There's going to be times in this race when an opportunity will be presented to you that you then need to grab it.
Yeah.
So for us, it was that period where it started raining. I managed to get like 4 or 5 spots while the track was getting wetter and we had hot tires. Like it was just committing then. Okay, I've got to make it happen now.
Yeah.
Putting the wets on when it still really wasn't raining enough.
Well, that's where we
Did,
stuffed
it,
up.
did you do that?
yeah, we did that.
We
and
stuffed
I,
up.
I was hoping we were going to do it,
Yeah.
but I went back out on slicks.
Yeah. No, and to be honest, as I rolled out on wets, I'm like,
It's too dry.
I don't think this is the right
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
And I
It
said
started
that
raining.
once on the
Yeah.
radio, and they said, no, trust us,
gonna-
and
it's
you
gonna
have to
keep
trust
raining.
them. So it kept raining.
Yeah.
So there's those periods in the race where it will present you an opportunity, and you've got to take it.
Yep.
And that's when you're starting 18th and all the rest of it. You've got to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we started 15th and then got that strategy call wrong. It was like safety car 2, was it? Was it?
was early.
well,
Yeah, it was
no,
when
it
we
was-
were.
So I stayed out. Brody and Cam came in. They actually one
No,
of
they
them
came in. They came in on the first safety
Yeah.
car,
Yeah.
and we stayed out then too.
That's right. Yeah.
But they put slicks on then.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we stayed out on hot slicks. They were on
Yep.
cold slicks, and it was the next safety car off the
Someone
back of
went
that.
in at turn 1. Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. And then that was the call.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, ooh.
Yeah, well, we got that wrong, so we had to like go. We had to come in again, put our wet tires on. We dropped to like 20th by
It's funny.
40 seconds or
It's
something,
funny.
and then
You look back at the races, and you think at some point it either goes for you, goes
Yeah.
against you, and you probably didn't have the track position you needed then. So you were in those last 20 laps, you were 4th, but it was probably because of that track position then
Correct, yeah.
that you
Yeah,
weren't in that
yeah.
right at the front of the
Yes,
field.
no.
So you were coming, absolutely coming, but if that went the other way, for
Yeah.
whatever reason, doesn't matter now, but the strategy went the other way, you could have been in that front patch.
Yeah.
And like but you don't know, and that's what
Also-
these races are all about.
I think also what made it really difficult for me, we double stinted tires at the
We
end.
did. Oh, at the end.
At the end,
No,
and
no,
so like in
yeah.
the super wet, I probably didn't have the edge
No, I
on my
reckon-
tire to
yeah.
actually feel
I reckon
safe
that's
at
why
any
you-
time.
And,
Well,
and
you-
they got the safety car to warm them up too.
Well,
yeah, that's
So
what I-
they,
yeah.
they had that.
Well,
period,
we did.
yeah.
We double stinted prior to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were really nervous about if the rain comes, we don't have enough tread depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the last
what
stop,
happened to me,
when the safety car came at that last stop, we're like, yeah, bang, new wets
Yeah.
because you can warm them up under the
Yeah,
safety car.
yeah, that's what we missed that trick.
Yeah.
Yeah. I reckon
If
they
it-
would have been
That's
good
why your car
in
was so
those-
strong
in
at
the drying
in the
conditions.
drying conditions.
Yeah, that's why, yeah.
Ah, there you go. I'll just make some notes about that.
I don't think it's a strategy worth having.
no.
I was fearing for my life at certain points.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you guys have won it before, different teams, so you've probably got different answers for this, experiences. Post race, so you do the podium,
Yeah.
you do the press conference, you do the media stuff. What do you do next? What did you guys do?
What
next?
did I do?
What did
Well,
you do? You were at
in
Erebus.
17,
Yeah.
it was exactly kind of that race. Like it was really
Yeah, it
many
was.
conditions, like a
Yeah,
really
that's
long
right.
day, 7.5 hours of racing. I was absolutely cactus by the end of it. Chucked both my boots in the crowd. I did that again on the weekend. Walked around in bare feet, got a
I saw you
cold.
bare feet.
I know what
Yeah.
I yeeted him in the crowd as hard as I could. It was so funny. But I know I need to order some new boots for next week.
Sorry, David.
I'll
Nil
stuff that
stock.
up,
Nil
yeah.
stock.
Hey, Patrizzi, give me some Alpine stars. To be honest, myself and Yulden got home and we were just absolutely gassed. We got home at like midnight or something.
Yeah.
And we just had one beer together and went to bed. We were
right.
like
No way.
stuffed. And I thoroughly regret it. I wanted to be like face up in a gutter, 5 a.m. That was how I wanted to do it or face down in a gutter, 5 a.m. Sorry, not face up. That's how I wanted to go out, but I just regretted it. So, I said if I
I've
win it
been
again.
with you when you're in that situation.
Oh, that's fun. eh?
That's funny.
It depends on your definition of fun.
I know. So anyway, yeah,
Leroy?
I didn't do anything, and I actually regret it.
Leroy?
I was the opposite end.
Yeah,
of the
I heard. Because yesterday we got a few
Hates a
Leroy
beer.
stories. That we
Hates a
missed.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
So
Hates a beer.
I mean, yeah, you did all the media stuff, and I mean, I was Chaz Mostert's teammate.
Yeah.
So what do you think we did? We got absolutely
Intravenous. It's intravenous.
yeah, exactly.
Hook it to my veins.
Right, we
line.
went back to the truck and got changed, and as we were getting changed, we're sculling.
Yeah.
We're sculling.
No way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then and we're out at the pub, and like, it was. I don't think I remember past like 1 a.m. And then
Wow.
we got up at like 6 a.m. after 5 minutes sleep.
Oh.
And Lee, we got to get to the sunrise interview. I'm like, no, not already. And then rolled up to that sunrise interview with my jumper on backwards.
That's right.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
the
saying
story
that.
we got. Yeah.
Hoodie up over my
Hoodie on
face.
backwards.
Yeah.
No socks on.
And honestly, it was what got me through
Yeah.
that interview was that I hadn't really recovered just yet.
Yeah, because
You haven't woken up to the day.
he was
I
still on
hadn't
your
woken
way.
up. I was still on a high.
How cool. I wish I
Yeah.
did that. See, I thoroughly regret my
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah.
But this time around, like we didn't win, obviously, and it was a completely different feeling. You're on a high, but
Yeah.
you wanted to win it. So you kind of, you're a bit disappointed, but
Little bit,
at
yeah.
the same time, you're like, man,
Oh, we had a
it's
great
a
day.
Bathurst podium. How
Yeah,
good is this?
Yeah.
So
It's a fun day to
Davey
be
and
a
I,
motorsport fan.
yeah, it was. Davey and I went back and like we had a few beers with the team just in the garage, down, in pit lane, and then we got back to the house and it was like 11 o'clock or 11:30. I'm like, man, I could just race out right now. We're like, it'd be rude
Just
not to
give
just
in.
go and have a couple of beers. So we went to the pub but yeah, I was so knackered. We went there for like half an hour and we're just
Yeah.
But
pathetic.
that race,
It was
like
pathetic.
that race, I don't think I've ever, and I wasn't even in it at the end when it was the worst conditions. But like you ride those emotions in the pits as well, and that takes
bits
it out of you.
It just takes chunks out of you.
Yeah, but
over the
being in the
time.
car as well, like it's hard at the best of times. But having that level of concentration for
whole
so
time.
long,
Yeah.
you're having
it
little
sucked.
moments here and there.
Yeah.
You're like it's eggshells on the throttle. You don't want to slip the rear tire. You don't want to carry too much brake into the corners. You pinch
Lock
your
in
front.
front,
You're like,
you're
"Oh, I'm done.
Start screaming.
Tighten up.
You have those moments, as you go over down into the S's before the dipper, you get a bit loose
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And
Over
the
Mountain
race
Straight
could be
starts
over.
wheel spinning and moving
Yeah,
around. So,
yeah.
am I spinning? What's going on?
Like, I don't, you don't appreciate it sitting
Fifth
at
gear,
home.
like 230
Yeah,
k's.
I know.
It's crazy.
Sitting at home, you don't appreciate how many moments you have per lap where you could have just been in the fence just then, but you
Yeah.
held it off.
Yeah, somehow.
But at
Those
the
pucker
end of
moments.
the race, you are absolutely knackered. You're running on adrenaline, and then when that just goes bang, it's over.
Yeah.
And your body knows that you don't have to be like on high alert
You just
anymore.
drop.
You
You're
just
done.
come off that sugar high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Have you got any cool little stories about the day, or because we've got one? Our head engineer Jeff Slater, his dad passed away at the start of the year,
Yeah.
and he taped his dad's ashes to our car in the warm up, but he forgot to take it out for the race.
Oh,
No.
So we raced with his
Came
dad's
for the
ashes.
ride.
Yeah, came for the ride. I don't know
Okay,
if this
that's
is legal.
cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
Sure it is. Yeah. Anyway, and on the Monday he went and scattered his ashes over the mountain after
No
riding that
way.
all
That's
day.
cool.
That is
That's
so
really cool.
Yeah,
That
it's
is
such
a
a cool
cool
story.
That's unreal.
I don't know if you've seen this yet, and I don't know if we can get it on the camera, but when they took the wheel off the car
I
at
saw
the
that.
end of the race,
I saw that.
The nut just fell apart.
the end of the spindle fell off.
No.
No way.
Yeah,
So
look at
there's
that.
there's that.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
There,
Gone.
there was one and a. I don't know
my
if
God.
you can zoom in on that or not. I'm not sure if that'll work, but I will get that on the socials at some point. But
Post-production.
literally,
Gone.
if we had to do another pit stop,
Not happening.
we weren't going again.
Far
So,
out.
so he
Far
did
out.
undid the thing and the whole
Far
thing
out,
over
Reynolds.
it.
I don't want to rub it in anymore. But yeah, no, that's Bathurst for you.
That is
and
Bathurst.
you don't even know
That
this
is.
yet because I've come straight from the workshop to do this recording, and Kai Allen and Dale Wood. Kai got into the finals. He got into the finals by 3 points.
Yep.
They pulled the left front shock out of the car, and it literally fell apart.
No
No
way.
way.
The shaft came out.
Oh
of
my
the damper.
God.
So
And
if
he finished
lost,
the race
if
like
he
that.
lost one spot, he wouldn't have been in.
Well, literally,
know what I mean?
literally the damper was broken when he
Yeah.
finished the race.
Talking of dampers, though, this is a moment where you could have been out.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
You hit so Delberto hits the wall.
He
inside
runs
of
over it.
Ran over the damper.
inside
He
of the
ran
elbow.
over it.
There's a,
Yeah.
and you
Drove
just run
straight over
right,
it.
like that's
Did not
a
see
heavy
it.
piece
He
of
cut
metal.
it in
Man,
half.
it made some noise.
Oh
It
man!
was already broken in half. You know what it did? So along the side of the sump, there's a couple of hard line oil lines. It dented them.
Oh
No
my
way.
god!
Didn't tear
It's
it.
just
Didn't
those
tear it.
moments, hey. Like
Wow.
It could be over just
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And you see, like going to some of the performances on the day, like Woody drove an incredible
Yeah,
race.
that
yeah.
car, both of them.
Yeah,
Both of them.
Ojeda
And-
Wood,
and Woody.
they had a great run. So did Mozzie and Fabs, and there's so many others that
Yeah.
I thought
drove incredible
D-Russ,
races as well.
D-Russ was
Yeah.
seriously fast in
Yep,
in
he
G's
was.
car.
Very good.
But yeah, like, and he hit the wall before the
I know,
car.
I
That
know.
was
I saw
so
that.
hard, man.
I
Like,
saw that.
You were commentating most of the race. Yep,
Yeah, I
saw
was.
that. Woody's
Yeah.
hit the wall.
Yeah, I was saying
Called
it.
it. Golding on
Yeah,
Murray.
actually, our guys got over the rate. Like they were in pits talking to me. They said, "Oh, I think Payne's just said Woody hit the wall." Not that we listen into you.
No, clearly.
Clearly
But
not.
it's moments like that, but he was able to keep going. And then
Yeah.
when he had that failure, I'm like, oh well, that's because he hit the wall.
Yeah,
but it
no,
wasn't.
no,
It
it
was-
was.
no,
it-
that was
I didn't
easy.
know what was going on because he was super slow, and then I was saying on the radio, I'm like, I think Woody's got a problem. I think I need to pass him, and you can only pass a car if they've got an obvious problem. And I just felt so
Yeah.
bad for him.
Yeah,
like
no.
he'd and to see, like, you know, obviously being behind him and Golding, he was pushing so
Yeah.
hard to try and get in front of him, and then he ran off of the chase and he lost the position.
Yeah.
Yeah, gutted for him, really. He would have
No,
been
you're
there. No, I'm not. No,
Don't feel one bit of remorse. Just trust me.
All right, let's go to the mailbag.
Yeah, let's go
All
to the
right.
question.
Okay, here's one for you, Dave, from
Okay.
Xavier. Does Reynolds think he could have gotten by Payne if he had more laps? If it was the
100%.
Bathurst
Yeah.
1100.
If it was, 100%.
Yeah.
It depends on the conditions. Like,
it does.
you know, if
If it
it
started
if
raining
it started
again.
raining, I was toast. But if
Yeah.
it dried up, I was on. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we should ask you guys this because we were the beneficiary of this incident. From Norman, thoughts on the Golding Murray incident? Was the penalty fair?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Let them answer it because
Yeah,
we got the benefit.
We've
Yeah.
already spoken about it, but I think
Yeah.
it was, warranted. You needed some sort of penalty because he was leading the race and he wasn't completely beside him from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
Yeah.
I don't have all the angles. I just have
No, we
some.
don't.
No, so I can only go off what I've seen.
I reckon
I
it was
think so.
awesome. He had a crack. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think.
100%.
Yeah, no, no.
I don't think he should regret that
No,
one
no,
little bit.
No, and
Because
he
if you
said-
had
he said
said
that he doesn't.
No.
100%, and so like I think it was awesome to see that he had a go. But as soon as I saw it, I thought there's B2 for us straight away.
Yeah.
That was my calls. Yep, that's at least 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Nah, I just saw the point of which the angle his car was at, and then I could see that, even after he hit him, Golding was way up the track, and so even if Murray wasn't there, he still would have run a lot wide. So he
on.
wasn't going to make the complete
I think
apex.
the reality is that Cooper did such a good job, and I didn't see this live. I only saw it when I watched it back quickly when I got home. Cooper did such a good job saving the car that
Yeah.
he lost so little
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
I think if Cooper went all the way around,
Oh,
it
easily.
probably would have been a bigger penalty.
It actually
in
looked to
second,
me.
yeah.
It looked to me. I don't know. I need to look at it again, but it looked to me like Golding tried to slow up to let him back through, like on the
Yeah,
exit.
yeah,
It looked
yeah.
like he hit
sometimes when they die like that,
Yeah.
they just don't
Correct,
go
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Slow in the race.
Because that's another interesting point that you bring up. Should Golding have readdressed it right away in that moment?
Yeah.
I mean, that
Well, that's
would've-
what the
that let
commentary
you
said.
through.
Hang on, I thought that rule's been scrapped.
No,
Or it's
because
back
remember,
on.
Waters did it at the start of the year.
Yeah, but
I
I
reckon-
reckon. Remember that rule was in, but then they scrapped
No,
it.
no,
and
no,
said,
no.
We'll,
but it
we'll
happened
take
at-
control.
Remember
of.
that race at the start of the year? Waters, Brock Feeney, Will
Yep.
Brown
Yeah,
at
yeah.
SMP.
Yeah.
Waters had Feeney off at turn
waited
4.
for him.
Waited for him. Brown got in the middle of it all, and
Yeah.
they sorted it out. They finished.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
don't
so
you think
should
though?
Golding have waited?
Don't.
And then that would have been no 5 second.
If
Yeah.
it was me, I'd be like,
Yeah, what would you have done?
if I knew it was clear that I'd taken him out, I might have done. I might have backed out and let him through. But if I was like, oh, it was pretty bad what I did,
He
but
kinda looked-
maybe I'll get away
but-
with it, I'm
But
pressing
yeah,
on.
at that point, you don't know if the guy's upside down
Yeah.
in the tyre barrier because you're past it.
In
But it-
hindsight,
yeah,
but it's
in
an
Last
hindsight-
time you see them, they were like that.
yeah.
So
In hindsight, he probably should have let him past,
Yeah.
and then he could have continued on the race and maybe
Yeah,
got
and-
on the podium.
I mean,
He
I
ended
think-
up on the podium
yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
But maybe he could have got.
But I
further
reckon
up.
because he saw Payne go,
Go.
like
I
drive
think,
off, he's
yeah.
gone. I'm not. Oh, I
not
can't.
giving
There's
it-
not much I
I
can
can't
do
give
here.
this away. Yeah.
And if you stop and look back and he's on his lid and another 10 cars
No,
go
no.
past
So
What's
then,
you,
what's-
so
you know what I
then,
mean?
because Cooper did such a good job with his recovery and didn't lose that much time. I think at that point he was only 4 seconds behind the lead.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
He missed the podium by 0.6 of a
Yeah.
second.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, no
I know
way.
because he let him through. Does the team then get on the radio and say you should redress that?
But do you
Possibly,
think
yeah.
though? But he'd already
Because Golding,
no,
because if Golding
You don't
can't
know.
see him,
Yeah.
you're and because then Cooper's got going again. He's only 4 seconds behind. Do you think? Should we?
But
should
hold
we-
on, Matt, where were you at that time?
Go
Weren't
on.
you third?
We were third.
I was third, yeah, I
going
went
into
third.
So
turn
he'd
two.
already lost a position.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think
from
he
it.
could
So
have got
he
a
was
penalty
always going to
anyway.
get a penalty.
He already had a
You know what I mean? Like
disadvantage.
he'd
He already
already
lost the lead.
He'd lost 2 cars.
Yeah.
He was only going to be able to let one car back to like.
But at that
one
point,
position
at that point, there was 6 laps to go.
Yeah,
5 to go.
5 to go.
yeah.
So there's still time. Like you could.
but
drop
I still
back.
think
He's
I
still
still
at a
think you're going to get
disadvantage.
penalised.
I
You
don't.
think so? Yeah. Okay.
If it was
I-
just
I-
isolated incident, there was no other cars
Yeah.
passing him.
And that's
Yeah.
what I mean. You jump on. I mean, I hate doing it, but you jump on social media. And
Oh,
you read,
don't.
You read
It's-
some of the
it's bad.
comments, and everyone's oh, this should have happened, that should have happened. But between it
still
happens
can't even.
so quickly.
Yeah,
we,
you
we,
just-
still,
it
we
happens
can't even decide.
in
No.
an instant, and we've got now 2 days
Hindsight.
later the benefit of all the
And we
replays
still
and all the
can't
rest of it,
decide.
and there's no definitive right
Yeah.
or wrong what you should have done post that contact.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think we can all agree that it was deserving of a penalty.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think it was.
Because what it did is it took took Cooper's opportunity for a race win away from him.
that's
correct,
That's it. That's
Yeah.
and for that, there's a penalty.
I
And I'll
don't
be
think.
damned. I'm going to do that myself.
Yeah.
Take the opportunity away from myself
Yeah,
by
if-
crashing
yeah,
or whatever.
that's
like
on you.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a typical joke. All right, what's next?
Skyline.
We've done the visibility thing.
yeah.
Visibility.
From Laura, Will Brown and Brody have differing views on the Ford straight line speed. What's your take on it?
I think
it's
really next year Will Brown and Brody will have the same view.
you can't ask us because we're obviously biased. So it's
I can
it's
ask you. You've both driven Mustangs in the Gen 3 era, and now you both drive a Camaro.
Well, I only drove it in 23, which was really bad. Like obviously the P
I'll
word
tell you, it's
between.
not a lot better.
Well, it's got to be better because there was no chance of us ever being on pole back in the day or having any
Oh, but
close
like,
to race win. There was
end
like
end of the year was all
Get a
right
pole in
though.
our car?
First
right,
round.
the very first round.
First
Yeah,
race.
That's like a bit different.
Am I correct
That
in
was all
saying
skill.
that Ford had an option to take a different
Different path.
a
I
different
wouldn't
path?
even know.
What's that? When?
Oh, just
Before
there's-
Tail and Bend?
I don't know.
I wouldn't even
There's-
know.
I don't even
there's
want to
lots
go
of
there on
things.
this.
Yeah, it's-
Nah.
to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know
hate
It's
it.
too
mean,
political,
I
way
hate
too.
it.
I don't know
genuinely-
anything about
I
it.
think like there's one thing I can say
There's
is
3 P
is
words that I
the-
don't like.
The overall speed of
Parody,
Don't.
political, and
Don't.
the
other.
overall speed of the cars, the overall speed of the cars, yes, they may have been achieving
We're
it
gonna cut that
differently,
out.
but the overall speed of the cars was spot on.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and Brody's argument is the raceability.
Yeah.
And people have said that I don't say enough about the parity thing because I work for Supercars as well and all the rest of it. And you guys have both driven Mustangs, and you've both driven against Mustangs now in the other brand.
Mm-hmm.
It is a thing.
It is only at that track, though.
No, it's worse at that track.
It's only at that track
It's
I've noticed.
worse at that track. I mean, I remember 2023 when we were together driving onto the back straight at Sandown, lap 1, going,
Looking in your mirror.
oh no,
Yeah.
we're not going to win this race, and we're definitely not going to win the next one.
But like, look at Tail and Bend, for instance.
Yeah.
okay, you like taking straight line out of it. The
got
speed of the
dusted.
Fords was
it was good.
good.
Yeah.
So
But then
and
you
it was
can
good
go
for
to-
tyre life. Having more downforce in the rear, like you guys got that upgrade for.
No, there's no
tailwind.
more downforce. It's a reallocation of the total downforce. So it's not
Yeah.
more downforce.
They just lost a bit of front
Lost
and
a
got
bit of
more
front
rear,
and
which
got more
suits
rear,
this new tyre.
balanced it to where the Camaro was.
Yeah.
Anyway, I mean,
So
we're getting
think,
into.
I
the
think
nuts
if
of
that's
Yeah.
if that's the case, you go back you go back to
it. It's
having
not the aero. It's not the aero.
move on.
Anyway,
But, like,
there you go, Laura. We've answered the question.
It's a really hard question to answer.
It is.
Because now supercars, since they've gone to this Gen 3 model, they take on full responsibility of the competitive
Yeah,
the two
yeah.
cars.
Yeah, and
Where back
look-
in the day, we used to build our own parts. So if we were,
Yeah.
we'd just go, okay,
It's
we're
on
just
us.
going to
Yeah. No,
we're
that's
just going to
fair.
build some new parts and
Yeah.
try and
Build a
make
better
our
motor.
deficit not existent.
I
So
don't think
it's
there's any
completely
argument
different now.
that you send two cars off and do one lap. They're incredibly close. So qualifying, there's no argument. I don't think there's any argument there right now. But it's the raceability, how you achieve that lap time, and
Yeah.
so top speeds the same, no problems. How long it takes them to get there is a different thing. So that's I think where the argument's coming from. But anyway, we could spend a whole
All right.
the
yeah,
next
let's-
10 podcasts.
We need
talking
Larko
about-
to get his
no.
whiteboard
Next
out.
question from Lou. If you're Chaz getting handed a beer at Bathurst, do you really take a Great Northern?
Absolutely.
Well, if there's
I
no
think I
trading,
would.
if there's no trading,
The plug.
Good job, Lee. You saved him.
Yeah. Any beer at that time
Oh
is
my
fine.
God!
Oh, man.
Actually, we have a
You
funny
could have had
story.
it. You could have had it too. It tasted good.
We have a
We've got
funny
a great,
story.
great Northern story. Go.
So
So reminding that I've sent the kids off to get beers on the way home from
Yeah,
the track
the
on
kids.
Sunday
Yeah.
night.
The kids.
Kai and Matt. Kai and Matt.
so
You know what they had to do before they left? Have you got your ID with you?
I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I
I thought about that.
Man,
that's funny.
Just part of my life. Yeah. So
idea.
So
that was a genuine
to do
conversation before they left.
So, and this involves Heath, my trainer. So,
We know Heath. His body is a temple.
yeah, he's a Greek god. Anyway, leaving the track, go to a bottle shop. The one next to the Ox. That was the only one open. Kai and Heath head in there. I didn't go. I stayed in the car. And Heath goes, "Oh, this is an odd-looking pack of a slab, and it's really expensive." But no, it should be a normal.
No, they thought it was a half slab.
What is it? What's
They thought it was a half
What's
slab.
a full slab? 32?
24.
24. Yeah, they thought it was a half slab.
Because it was
And
12.
then he goes,
It was
and then he gets in the car and he goes, "Man, they're charging ridiculous prices for a half slab." And I said, "How much was it?" And he goes, "Oh, it was like $70." And I was like, "Oh, it must be Bathurst rates or something like that." I didn't think anything of it.
Surge pricing.
Get in the car,
Price
and he's like, "Oh, well, just crack one." And it's a long neck.
Oh, no way.
We bought long 700 mil long neck. Great Northerns.
I hope you bought some paper bags to go with.
Yeah, so that was actually quite
Great
cool.
Northerns.
We're having long neck Great Northerns
Yeah.
at the house.
That's a good Aussie spirit right
You
there.
could end up with a Great Northern
That's
deal.
awesome. Yeah, it was funny.
Long neck. Do any other countries sell long necks? I don't think they do.
No,
I-
I didn't even know they sold long necks outside of the Northern Territory. I thought they only sold them up there. Terry, Bathurst 2014 or Bathurst 25?
Which was a better race? I don't know.
I didn't do the race in 14 because that was the year that Luffy
Car end upside down.
Yeah, crashed. We had that
that's
crash,
right.
and the car was too badly damaged. So I watched all of it. That was crazy because of all the track and
Yeah.
how long
Red
that
flag.
the car that was won the race crashed twice into turn 2 fence.
Yeah.
And it only led for once. It led one lap, the last lap.
Led 3 corners.
There was a
Yeah.
mid-race half time where you could change an engine and everything.
Dri-
and there was
drive
so much-
shaft. People change
Yeah.
drive
I've never
shaft.
seen
That was pretty crazy.
I've never seen anyone wheel up a set-out patch out onto the racetrack and do a change. So that was pretty wild in 14.
There was
But-
some crazy stuff, real crazy stuff.
but
Yeah.
fifth, like this one, like a lot of people that I know that watch a lot of races said that this one really had them captivated.
Really,
Yeah.
good. So the whole day was
Yeah, the
just
whole
Yeah.
day. It's like one of those ones where you couldn't walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually reckon the crowd numbers answer that. You look at the TV audience,
yeah.
Yeah.
see what the numbers are.
Yeah.
Like this year, it was out of control.
Yeah, there was so many people
Yeah.
watching. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think you can definitively answer any particular race is better than the other. You can just put their case forward for why that one was good, why that one was good. But I think the feedback, and it's only a couple of days post-race, that everyone that I've spoken to said, we literally could not walk away from that one.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Not even me. Cool. I couldn't even go for a piece. I was like, if I go for a piece,
might
you
miss
could end up in the
something.
wall.
What we can do for you next year
Catheter.
is get you one of those Grove hire toilets, and we can
Oh,
send
plug
you one
it
of
in
those
right
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, we can hire you one of
sponsor
those
plug.
for the weekend.
It's well done.
Gold Coast finals.
Gold Coast finals. Are you leading the championship?
No, I'm about 70 points
56.
behind.
56. So does it reset back to zero now?
Yeah,
How
it
does this all
does.
work?
Yeah, resets back to 1.
Well, you guys all get elevated up
Yeah, I think
away
it's-
from the rest. So you're on 3,000 and
That's
whatever,
right,
whatever
3,000.
seeding points you have.
Yeah.
Ah, so how's it all run? Does it like...
So we're all staggered at the moment. So Brock's, I can't remember what the actual numbers are, but Brock's first. I'm staggered behind by maybe 15
Yeah, no.
points.
So the way that it works is
and then the rest.
the top 10 get elevated, and then Brock, as the leader of the championship, gets more seeding points.
And
if you
also
like.
he got the sprint cup.
And then,
so.
well, I'll do that second.
That got
so
bonus.
he gets
So,
bonus
so
point.
you
Okay,
get Brock's got the most seeding points because he finished Bathurst with the lead of the championship.
yeah.
And then that goes down through the 10, and then you get down
Yeah.
to Kai, where I don't think he's got any seeding points. He's
No.
starting from scratch, if you like.
Yeah.
Then you add the 25 bonus points to Brock for winning the sprint championship, and the 25 points to Matt for winning the
Yeah.
Enduro Cup.
Yeah.
So that almost
It's on
moves
Matthew.
moves
Yeah.
them away from third once the bonus points have been added.
Yeah, okay.
And then it's game on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then every round they drop 3 people?
So we now...
Yeah.
Or not 3, but
No,
a
we
few.
drop. So
No, it goes to 7 and then 4.
7, then 4. So
Yeah,
we
okay,
drop
yeah.
3 off post Gold Coast, drop another 3 off post
Sandown.
and then it's,
And then it's
4.
4.
Yeah.
But they don't get
So
reset.
good.
They keep their points all the way through.
It keeps getting reset. So
Yeah.
then they get
every round it
elevated.
gets reset.
So
So-
you only get the bonus points for this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the 25 bonus points thing, that's done. They're allocated.
Oh my
they're
God.
done.
Oh, yeah, but
Then you
but
get
you
seeding
don't-
points again.
But you don't
post.
keep them. They're
Oh,
not
you
No,
still,
no,
get,
they
you
don't
still
roll
get
over.
seeding points.
You still get seeding points.
Yeah.
So it's in your best interest to not only be in the top 7, but be first.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then not only
Because
be
you're
in
a
the
bit
top
safer.
4, but
Did
be...
you fart?
No,
I
mate.
smell like...
It's you.
Definitely
Have you
not
washed
me.
that jumper since the weekend?
Yeah, I washed as soon as I got home. I washed everything. Sorry, keep going.
I can smell you.
So-
Smells like victory.
where there's a couple of curveballs is if you win.
Sorry.
If you're Kai Allen
Yeah.
and you win race 1 at the Gold Coast, but you don't have a great race 2, you still automatically go to Sandown.
Oh, no
It
way.
says a win automatic advance to Sandown.
Yes. So
So here it is. Here written.
yeah.
Sorry.
So there's
gonna be
there's a lot of
cool. It's gonna be
permutations
awesome.
and
Yeah.
and there's
I
a
didn't
lot of
actually know
a
that.
lot of commentary on socials about how terrible it is, and
Why is it terrible?
I don't know. I don't
I-
understand how
I
you
think
can
it's
know
great.
it's terrible when we haven't even
been
done it
through
yet.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think at this stage, the way that it's structured, I have not yet to find a driver in the championship that has said, you know what, this is terrible. I hate it. I don't
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. Agreed.
I'm
Well, I
yet to
haven't been
find-
through it yet to really comment.
No, but
on it,
even
like you
even the
said.
structure of how we've had 3 race weekends this year, I've really enjoyed that part of it.
Yeah, that's good.
More racing, I think.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I wish we had
racing-
more enduros.
the
to be
racing-
honest, I wish
yeah,
I
yeah,
could
yeah.
do one more like we
Yeah.
used to.
How
That's,
good
yeah,
would
but
it
do
be
you
on
think-
Gold Coast again?
But do you
Yeah.
think?
Oh,
Gold
it-
Coast.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
at a 12-round championship, do you think 3 of those rounds being 2 drivers is too much as a percentage of the championship?
Really? No.
If we went
It's
to
not.
14, then do you go, okay, then add
Yeah.
another,
We can have
add
another one. I
on?
don't think it makes a big difference, to be
As long
honest.
as
It's not a huge
as long as you
percentage.
separate it from the championship,
No,
like
but you can't.
make
can't.
an Enduro Cup again.
Yeah, but that's like what we have now.
But it's all.
Yeah,
But it's
it's
all.
only
The
2
points are
races, like
already
it's-
being added. To your total.
That's
tally.
right. You can't. I think I felt like when I was full time that if it was a 12 rounds championship, 3 of those 12 being a 2-driver events as a percentage is probably too many.
Yeah.
But at 14, I think that's okay.
Just okay.
You reckon?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it doesn't really change that big a much. does
Yeah,
it?
but
Like,
I
it's-
think so. Yeah, I think so.
It's just. It's
I just want to race with my mate more. We have so
You
much
want to get
fun.
paid the
So
same
cool.
but do less.
I'm not about that.
And I want to send
And
another
put-
invoice.
Hey, mate, as co-drivers, that just means that our invoice is bigger.
That's exactly right.
I'm just trying to help you blokes
Yeah,
out.
right. Yeah,
You want to
love
put the
it.
responsibility on someone else a
No,
little
I
bit
just
more.
I really enjoy those times because
Yeah.
you get to
They are
have the
fun.
way
They are
more.
fun.
They have
Yeah.
a better experience. There's more people to talk
Yeah.
to and laugh with, and
Definitely.
more people to help set up your car and share the same problem. And the races are longer. I don't know. There's
Yeah.
always better races for me. I don't know about you guys.
No, I enjoy them.
Yeah,
I
they're
enjoyed
cool
them.
as.
I enjoyed them as a primary driver.
Yeah, same.
and I
Yeah, well,
obviously
obviously,
enjoy them now as a co-driver.
Yeah.
While we're on finals, the 10 drivers: Feeney, Payne, Brown, Waters, Kostecki, Mostert, Di Pasquale, Randall, Wood, and Allen. So, who out of those 10 is a wild card to get all the way to the end? So it's easy to go, we'll just choose the top 4 and they'll get
Yeah.
through.
Yeah.
So
Who's
who
a wild?
out of
Like,
those
maybe Woody. He's a decent wild card.
Yeah,
to
but
get,
he's
to get
been
all the way?
fast.
He's fast,
Yeah,
dude.
he's
He's
been
really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he could really use the finals format to
win.
to really give himself a championship tilt.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's a good call.
Yeah.
Who? I mean, you don't like getting the the death the kiss of death out.
Yeah, but who's going to stuff it?
Where is the potential?
Yeah, maybe that Matt Payne is going to stuff it.
yeah,
So bad.
No. I feel like
Maybe
Waters-
Brock a little bit. Do you think?
Why is that?
Well,
Why is the
because
call?
obviously the aero changes really help the Fords. And he's just won pretty much all the races up until the last 2, and he hasn't had a good showing, has he? So
Yeah,
it
but
started
it-
to,
but
it
he
was
started-
fast though, man.
He's fast. It's still fast. Don't get me wrong.
Started
He's
just
just won.
had
the dry
bad
part.
races, though.
If it was dry all day,
Oh,
at
they were
Bathurst,
dead.
They
They
would have finished first to
Yeah.
lap the rest of the field.
But
Yeah.
but even
Both cars.
Did
Yeah.
you see Windcup's pace in the wet as well? He
He
was
was
super fast.
Yeah.
Mate, he was the second
Super
fastest
fast.
car when
Yeah.
he was out there, and Whincup was a second faster
Yeah, I
than he
know,
was.
yeah.
It was
I was
bullshit
watching
pace.
the times.
So you
Yeah.
know what I mean? But for once this year, it's sort of started to unravel a little bit for him.
Yeah,
so
that's
hasn't,
true.
Everything hasn't gone directly
Yeah.
his way because there's more factors at play: the rain, other drivers.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he might get back into his rhythm in his own,
Yep.
single
Back into-
driver
yep, back
pace.
into
So
that.
yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. It's a good thought.
Yeah.
You going to be helping Anton? You're out. He's in.
Am I going to help him? Absolutely, I will.
What are you going to do?
Well, if they said, "Hey, this bloke's in front of you. If you crash into him and take him out, Anton advances." I'm going to do the team thing.
And
Make
lock a
it back-
break.
You can disguise it any way you want, but I'll be firing down the inside.
Okay. And that's, I mean,
But that's all part of it.
that's
isn't
part of it. I
There's
mean,
the-
even,
is, yeah.
even if you,
I'm
put-
out of it. I've got
Yeah.
nothing to lose,
Yeah.
nothing to gain. But it depends if I'm. Depends where you are in the race.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? I could
You can't
But
go
if-
into a race with that pre.
No, it doesn't. It never works
no,
out how
never
you
works
think.
out.
No.
Ever.
I mean, but that's even been like I remember being part of that stuff,
Years ago,
Years
yeah.
ago,
Yep.
when there
Rick
was no
was going-
final
when Rick was
stuff.
going for the
when Rick was
championship.
going
Yeah,
for the
yeah, yeah.
championship, and it was my job to do everything I can to keep Craig behind me and all the rest of it. And like then the following year, when I was going for my championship and I was racing Jamie, Craig was like into my rear bumper
Yeah.
flat out, and that's racing. That's
Yeah.
part,
Well, that's
part
just
of it.
taking advantage of two
that's-
fast cars.
That's what
but
we're
that's
hoping
not
for.
finals.
Yeah.
That's not final specific.
Yeah.
That's been going on for years.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So
Yeah, true.
So
Yeah.
I think people are going to focus on that so heavily in the finals. Oh, Lee's going to take him out just to get him out of the finals and all the rest of it. But
Most people don't
I don't-
operate like that.
no one
we're not going to go.
No
out there
one
and-
really operates
No,
like that.
we're not going to go out there and design our whole race to crash
Yeah,
into
around
one
that.
person.
No,
like, it's
no,
so
no.
dumb.
What this ensures
Well, I'm going to
is
say it because
that
it's funny.
Yeah.
what this ensures is that it's going to come down to the wire. Like
Oh,
the last race,
100%,
last round of
yeah.
the year.
Yeah.
The last those years where we've seen the championship tied up with 2 rounds to go, a round to go.
Yeah.
Going
It's
into
no
Adelaide
good.
as a dead rubber.
It's no good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, MotoGP right now, Marc Marquez,
Won the championship.
amazing. Amazing year. Cannot take the championship off him, but he won it with 5 weekends
Yeah.
to go.
Did he really?
Imagine being a promoter of
And
one of
now-
those 5 Grand Prix going, they're just going to come and
Yeah.
race because the championship's done.
And he's
Far
he's
out.
injured now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's injured. He's
not
out. He's
even
out
racing.
altogether. He won it
not
and then
even
he's on
racing.
holidays. He's on the beach somewhere with his collarbones
How
stitched
good.
together.
Maybe he crashed on purpose.
that's right.
No, man, I saw that crash. He didn't crash on purpose. But you don't want that. Like as a business, as an industry, you don't want that. So That's why it just boggles me that people are bagging this finals concept. We haven't even played it out yet.
Yeah,
So
I think it's going to be so exciting.
yeah, it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
If you live in the comments section, well, then there's something.
No, well, that's a dangerous place to live.
Exactly. Never read a comment
don't live
about
there. There's a lot of experts in there, though, Dave.
Yeah,
so
I
whenever we're recruiting, you go to their Facebook
And
comment
ask them a
section,
question.
and because there's so many experts in there, you just
I
find.
know what they're talking about, man.
Anyway, let's not go there.
Any more boys to add on? Do you want to talk
Well,
about anything else?
I can't believe Gold Coast is next weekend.
I know.
It feels like I'm got home and then
They
I'm
almost
getting
need to
on a
delay
plane.
it so you can, enjoy winning
Wow.
Bathurst a little bit longer.
It is a little bit like that, eh?
Yeah.
But I mean, I love racing, so I'm ready to go.
How funny. We're off to debrief, like after this, Dave and I.
So
because
just because we're recording this, it was midday Tuesday we recorded this.
Yeah.
And you guys are into debrief straight away.
We just got
Tuesday.
home yesterday afternoon or
Yeah.
Monday afternoon.
Tuesday.
So I mean, they'll be setting down the cars today, trying to set up
Yeah.
for next
Yeah.
week already,
And pack up.
And
I don't know
also
if the
fix all
hardest
the
race of the
damage.
year. Yeah,
Fix
yeah,
all the
correct.
damage.
and take all the old parts out because
Yeah.
they're up to
everything's
everything will
up
be
on
up to
service
the end of their life.
mileage.
Like
Yeah.
it's a crazy.
Well, our
week.
truck leaves for the Gold Coast Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I got
Yeah.
home Monday and it leaves again Sunday.
Wow. Because
Oh, yeah.
Bathurst, I mean, this year Bathurst was a week later than normal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
No, it's been here for a while. It's been
I
six
always
no,
remember
I always
Bathurst.
Yeah, back in the day.
Sunday-
back in
Sunday
the day, it used
was-
to be the long weekend, New South
Yeah.
Wales long weekend. But they
Sunday was
moved
when
away.
it turned to daylight
Yeah,
savings.
I hated that.
Yeah, I hated it because you
lost
lost an hour sleep.
exactly.
Will Davison stuffed it up one year. Was it when he
Might
was
have probably
like-
the HRT year.
Maybe, and he was
Trust
like,
Will.
he was pretty much because he was staying at the track, and he was pretty much ready to go at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's like, dude,
No.
hey mate, you like had his suit on and everything out of his camper.
Gossy.
But yeah, he was like,
Gossy.
he just stuffed the timing up really bad.
Oh,
he just
man,
freaked
that's
out.
funny.
Got ready like 4 hours before warm up. It was just like, man,
Has Gold Coast
Poor
always
Will.
been straight after Bathurst, like this soon?
pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
as
usually
long as I
like
can
that,
remember.
yeah.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What it used to do, it always used to clash with Philippolo MotoGP. So
Yeah?
you couldn't go. You
So
couldn't
it
go.
would have been this
And that's this
weekend.
coming
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah.
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 When
So that
we-
was back
we
when
started,
Bathurst was the
week
first
before.
weekend in October.
Yeah.
So everything slid back a week.
When we started, it was Indy cars.
IndyCar.
That was
On
so
the long
cool.
track
eh? That was
cars.
unreal.
man.
That
Bring
was
'em
such
back.
a hard track. The long track
Long
was
track.
just
People are-
hard
Looks
as
cool.
mate.
When you get asked what's your favourite track, that's in my
Long
top
track.
three. Gold
Yeah.
Coast
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
track.
Long. Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was so hard to do a lap, and it was like over. What was it? The whole it was like 2-minute lap.
Like just under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
On a
55.
It was
Height
tough,
street
man.
track. Yeah,
tough,
yeah.
really tough, bumpy.
It was mad.
Yeah.
Just like
massive brake fade.
massive brake fade.
Yeah,
eh?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
massive brake fade.
Down towards the A&A.
Stop! I'm gonna make it this time. See, back when our cars used to like fade, you know what that is? Brake
You'd
fade.
have to actually look after the car.
Yeah. You kids got no idea. I can't believe
You
we're saying
TikTok
that.
generation.
Yeah. Drive them flat out.
Yeah, they're just,
They're made to
they're
go
just clip
fast.
farming these days. Anyway, because the Gold Coast is so soon, we probably should get organised.
Yep, let's
All right.
wrap it up.
All right.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
And,
Dave.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Good luck, but not too much.
Yeah. Good luck for the rest of the year.
You too.
And good luck selling some commercial real
Yeah.
estate.
Wait, get back to work.
If you need a real estate agent, call
Call
your man
James
right
Gordon.
here.
Man.
See you, boys.
See ya.
Bye.